Okay, today we are reacting to Thinking of Something First, so let's get into the video.
Inside the smartphone are 62 microchips containing a total of 90 billion transistors.
90 billion.
Isn't a CPU made out of rocks though, which is insane? Like, isn't a CPU made out of like a rock crystal? Or like, I don't know what it's made of. It's made of rock and gold, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's insane how we made that. Like, we found a piece of crystal or rock, said, yeah, let's just make this into a CPU. Like, who thought of this, bro? Like,
whose little ass fingers put this shit together? Okay, but you get where I'm coming from when I say how crazy it is to be the first person to come up with something? Little activity real quick. Take a look at your phone. Alright, you have a block of wires that if you press and fiddle with in the right way, somehow a pizza will show up on your doorstep.
I got a pizza here. Oh, nigga!
bro, like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, how does that work? Like, how does phone calling somebody halfway across the world even work, man? Like, it makes no sense.
Maybe this shit all makes sense to some technological minds, but to me an iPhone is just a magical ball of light, alright? But I guess
bro, it's the same thing when people say, oh, if I go back in time, I'll become a god and shit. Like, you show people your phone, how does that work? I don't know. It's like, you don't know how to make anything, bro. You can't just Google it, but there's no Google. Like, it's insane how stuff works. It makes no sense.
Tech being where it is right now, you know, makes a little bit of sense. Because, you know, it's really just steps of people improving what came before it. It makes sense when people have some blueprints to create something. But for the life of me, I cannot figure out how somebody managed to build a CPU or really just any component of any computer. Yes, I could Google it. That does not help. I have tried.
The Topinator. See, the Topinator hooked up to the motor. The motor ain't pushing enough.
See, just nonsense that I would never understand. I've had this thought of what would happen if
everyone... It's so complex and insane. It's not just what you see, it's where you go deeper. It's like, I'll go to the atom almost level. It's so confusing, bro.
Just reset to my level of knowledge. See, I'm not even a dumbass nigga. I just don't have specialist knowledge. Well, I do have specialist knowledge. It's not just not really on, you know, anything really useful.
For anyone that doesn't understand the John Pork law, I'm going to explain all of it right now. So it all started with John Pork, Tim Cheese, and Simon.
But anyways, back to my little hypothetical. If everyone in the world was reset to my level of knowledge, we are fucked. I am shallow-minded, self-aware, deep that. We're not gonna see no new inventions in the next 700 years. Because I truly believe that the people that invent some things are genuinely just cracked human beings. Or they were just born.
You would 100% have to have the talent for it. Like, I gotta say, for you to be able to build something out of nothing, you have to be really skilled plus have just a born talent, man. Definitely, like, definitely before the internet. Nowadays, you could just, like, watch a video, but, like, being the first person to make something without the internet, born talent plus skill, bro. Like, you'd have to have, like, insane type of talent to be able to do it.
At the right time, alright? Like Newton gets all that credit for inventing those laws, right? Nigga, if you don't move something, of course it's not gonna move, bro. And I feel the same about a lot of philosophers. Yeah, they have some pretty tough quotes, but if I was born when there was like 100 people on Earth and nobody had taken credit for saying anything ever, best believe I'm dropping some tough quotes and I'm gonna be labeled as a genius. Just how it is. Look at this guy Socrates. One of his famous quotes is, "I think, therefore I am." Oh, really, Greek nigga with a name with several different pronunciations that I've heard and now I'm unsure of how to say. Do you, bro? Do you think and now you are? That is not English. Okay, it is translated, so I'm now seeing the flaws in saying that. But this guy's just not that tough, alright? We really stay glazing philosophers just because they live in the past. Like, yeah, they were the first person to do it, but first does not equal the best. This guy Lil Wayne said, "Real G's move in silence like lasagna." Because the word lasagna,
what does that even mean?
The G is silent and you can't hear it, and it's not lasagna. Oh, and 2 Chainz said, "I hope you get testicular cancer in the brain." Dickhead. Fucking Socrates titties could never think of no shit like that. I gotta say, the modern day lyricists are the real philosophers.
We make a fast thing, I ain't got no, we make a fast thing, I ain't got,
I felt that shit. Okay, back to the topic of the video, right? Some inventions and creations, you know, are just too in the realm of magic, alright? Even just something like Wi-Fi, bro. How does that go through walls? Like, I'm gonna sound a little bit slow right now, but I don't care, alright? When I send a text...
And, like, how 5G is faster than 4G and 2.5, how the distance works. Too complex, bro.
Message to someone from the other side of the world, right? Is that shit going through the Earth's core, or is it going around the planet? Because obviously it's sending...
I would say it goes around the planet, surely. Yeah, it has to. It has to go around the planet. The gravitational pull and stuff like that.
Like signals, right? But how does Wi-Fi just ignore all the matter in front of it? I'm asking the real questions here. Does Wi-Fi...
It's probably on the atom level or close to an atom level where it just goes through the wall, bro. I'm
travel
guessing.
In its own pocket dimension? You know, that it accesses for travel. And how the f did somebody tap into it? Okay, Okay, and I know there's gonna be that one guy typing up a storm talking about Wi-Fi actually transmutes through radio particle waves that go from routers to satellites to your Bluetooth. See how lame you sound when you don't believe in magic? I'm in fact just puzzled with the concept of coming up with some things first, you know? Maybe because I'm born where it feels like every idea has been had, because you know what the fuck is this?
Bro, it basically has, though. Everything that we need, like, to survive any cool invention has been done. Like, sure, more stuff is going to come out with more cool things, but, like, you're running out of ideas, bro. It's just upgrading stuff at this point.
There's deadass an idea shortage. If you want to start a business now, every business is already businessing. Is that clocking to you?
You'd have to make your own unique thing now, man.
But anywho, I believe there's a threshold where it's not just, hey, why don't I just try this? I think it could solve this problem, but rather just fuck around and find out.
The more you fuck around,
I feel like that's just how businesses work in general, though, and trying to, like, do more things. Like, you don't know what's going to work. Same with the people that just, like, made the first thing. You don't know if it's going to do well, if people are going to actually want it. You're just fucking around, then that's how I would say a lot of businesses work. With making products and stuff like that.
Because when it's not deadass just doing alright, people actually have ideas, and ideas I understand, you know, well, at least most.
I think I have a way for us to get GTA 6 early. Let me get the idea, gang. Alright, bet. So look, all we need is a Make-A-Wish kit.
And there's this one comedian, Tony Stadovici, pronunciation police, but he does this reoccurring series where he pretends to be the first person to have an idea. Let me show you this one he did for the guy that came up with Google, because, you know, this got it.
Bro, who made Google, though? Like, that's insanely complex. Like, who made the first browser? And how does that work, bro? Like, the programming needed for that's insane, bro. You gotta give props to people like that, though. I know they're rich, and people say he should donate more money, and rich shouldn't be able to get richer. Bro made Google. Like, let him be rich, bro. Let him be rich.
So, think about everything. What if we did that? Have you ever wondered? Imagine if we captured that.
I honestly cannot imagine another way that possibly could have went. But there are some people who were so innovative, so creative, that they don't have this logical solution for a problem sort of mindset. Let me give you an example of this mindset. I live in ancient times and I be getting mad thirsty. It sucks that every time I'm thirsty I have to go make a commute to the lake. Oh water bottle. That's logic. But the first guy to ever drink cow milk, that was revolutionary.
Tim is the first person to develop a CPU, bro. What? Or the first person to invent internet? Or the first person to build, like, an actual, like, phone that doesn't need wires and stuff like that? Like, insane, bro. Like, Bluetooth and wireless phones and stuff like that. Whoever invented that, give them props, honestly.
Around you. Look at this. We created this. This didn't exist before we were here.
Yes, I would say the guy is weird as hell. And probably was not all there in the head.
But it's not how, like, if that one person or one couple or, like, couple people didn't do that, milk probably wouldn't have been invented for us to drink. Like, actually, you can't drink milk raw. I know it's like the raw milk. I mean, you'll get food poisoning. You'll get salmonella, E. coli, I'm pretty sure, and all that stuff. It ups your chances by a ton. So it wouldn't have been mainstream. And then somebody thought, let me just cook the milk. It was probably after raw milk, actually. Scientists probably developed, the best way to kill germs is just to burn it to smithereens, I guess, or boil it. So if that makes sense, but, like, the first person to invent milk would have to be, like, something wrong in the head, bro. See this animal? Let me just milk it and drink it.
He still did his big one. And the crazier thing is that we can't even drink milk straight from a cow without getting messed up. So whoever was pushing the cow's milk agenda wanted to drink that shit so bad that he figured out all the shit he had to remove from it. And that's dedication, so I guess you're tough.
Bro.
And on the same topic of foods, right? If you really look at the recipe for some foods or the ingredients used inside of it, it's actually a puzzle as to how somebody managed to think of it. Let's use bread and jelly as an example. Bread has been around since even before this, nigga. And it's not that crazy at face value, alright? It's some grinded up wheat or grains.
But, like, the thing that's insane is yeast is fungus. Or not fungus. What is yeast? A mold, isn't it? Like, yeast is living, bro. Like, yeast lives. Like, it's like a living thing.
Mix some water and fucking bake it. It doesn't sound too crazy, but, you know, even that, how did you figure out to do that? But the addition of yeast in bread, what possessed you to add that to the bread? Yeast don't even look like something edible. It's a fungus microorganism. And jelly, bro, that is boiled animal bones. And then somebody decided to sprinkle in some sugar and call it dessert. This guy was cooking up abominations in the kitchen and just luckily made something good.
Insane,
a lot of foods have to be like
jelly is good, like frog in the hole for more British people. I'm an Australian, so I still technically, it's still kind of Britishish. But like frogs in a hole is a fire dessert, man. I would have to say. If you Americans don't know, it's just like a chocolate frog. Like you've ever had those before, like a chocolate frog, and they put it in jelly. It is peak, absolute peak, bro. That's even me not being a dessert person. Like, I'm not a big dessert person. I'm more of a chips type of snack person, more of dessert. The only desserts I really like is cheesecake and jelly. It's like a very little amount of like actual desserts I like. Like a lot of them are meh, but the ones I actually like are pretty rare out there.
Like really anything with an egg.
I do like banana milk though, I have to say.
Egg in it, or just egg itself, really. Did niggas get so hungry they couldn't wait for the egg to be a chicken, so they just ate the egg itself? I mean, credits to all of these people, I guess, because really, I'm not doing all that. But I like to think of
that's the least surprising. Like eggs are 100% the least surprising thing. Animals are eating it. You probably have cooked eggs before. It makes sense. It's an animal technically still.
Think of all the people that came up with the idea for something, and then people around them just couldn't see the vision. Like, for example, the first person to ever worry about personal hygiene. Actually, no, I think people saw that vision almost instantly.
Ready?
They had to be wondering why this guy was walking around not smelling like absolute ass. Because people in medieval times were showering, wait, not even showering, rinsing off, which is, you know, really just splashing water on your face. And they were doing that like twice a month. So I think the idea of soap in a shower was...
Bro, yeah, they would have actually stinked, bro. Like, bro, imagine somebody on our time getting sent back to that time. I feel like a lot of people start throwing up how stinky they are, bro. They got to smell like actual BO. The whole house would smell like BO. Like
generational pool. And I really think it was anyone's game to invent that. I don't think it takes a genius to realize smelling like shit is a bad thing. And if there's something you can do to remove
definitely also for infections and stuff like that, it just makes sense.
Constant smell of feces surrounding you, I would do it. As I was saying before, there's definitely some inventions where the person got made fun of for trying to introduce it. E.g. an umbrella. Imagine how lame you would have looked being the first nigga to pop out with an umbrella. I know whoever created it was getting flamed.
Would you have gotten flamed for umbrella though? I think I have to disagree with that. I feel like people would find it cool, but like a lot of people would use maybe raincoats around that time. And somebody pulls out an umbrella, they don't get wet. You kind of look Men in Black type of like boss type of stuff. I feel like it would have gone pretty well. I don't think they would have gotten made fun of. Like, I feel like it's more of a useful thing.
Obviously, until we popped out the rain untouched. But it also depends on the swagger with the umbrella. Like, look at this guy holding it, okay? He don't look confident with it. And then this guy, aura.
This is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, a black suit, boss style person with a black umbrella, aura ads.
Also inventions that should have been created, like, at the very beginning of time. These are really life essentials. Why did it take so long for somebody to create One Piece?
One Piece!
But on the serious note,
what would have it been? What would have been like they should have done it before? Nah. What do you guys think it would be though? What they needed that long ago would be like insane invention. A pot, 100%. I'd say a pot.
Damn showers. I know I've said this one before, and I know showers require plumbing and all that, but still, them Johns took way too long to make. I cannot live in a society where everyone just smells like straight butt.
True, it did take ages though, man.
Like all the time. Oh yeah, and Instagram Reels. I don't know what humanity was doing back then if it wasn't doom scrolling. Getting short form content out there should have been humanity's first priority. You know, instead of building ass pyramids or whatever they were doing back then. Biggest waste of 30 years, by the way. And on the topic of useless, unbelievably large monuments, I don't know how the person who came up with the idea to build the Great Wall managed to convince so many people to do that shit.
I'm saying, like,
yeah, just build a ginormous wall for no real purpose. Like, what would the purpose be for? Like war, maybe?
Talk to me, bro.
The main goal of the wall was to keep invaders out, you know, after the Mongolians absolutely cracked them. And whoever had this idea hit the meanest Shark Tank pitch ever, because people were constructing this wall for 2,500 years.
Insane.
Niggas started construction before the earth was even built.
Okay, that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe for more. I have my Discord in the comments and in the description. If you want to get me to watch a video that you suggested, put it in the suggestion tab in the Discord server. And well, that's me signing off.